Alright, E-Noob here with the second pre-release event. Now, I had major sound issues with the initial recording here. Too much background noise, so I decided to try something a bit different. What we're gonna try is post commentary. This way I get to, criticize myself a lot, which is fun, and hopefully save some time on the videos as well. Now the card pool, let's see. This is a pretty decent red pool, both Garrick and Mayor in green, and you can play the Monstrosity. Red has two Marco Blade Masters and an Instigator Gang. So just from that, I would like to try some sort of green-red deck. In addition to that, you have Mind Tree green-blue, which is obviously a fine card. The Curse in black, which is also a very fine card. And you have Jar of Eyeballs, which I haven't tried before, but I'll try here, and it should be very good. As far as uncommons go, there's not really that much exciting stuff, I guess. Pretty much the Muslim Guard, but it's not all that. So let's check out the colors. Now, as far as colors go, the white is actually very good. You have Muslim Guard, Chapel Geese, Voiceless Spirit, Nobles of the Mist, Lord Cathar, together the Townsfolk, and the Bonds of Faith, and also Skillful Lunge. It's playable. The Gavany Ironwright and the Sanctuary Cat, maybe not so much. In blue, there's not that much exciting, really. You have the Sea Kite, the Moonheron, and the Mandrake, which are all splashable. I suppose also the Stitch Drake and the Spectral Flight if you want to play more blue, even the Headless Skull, but blue overall isn't too exciting. Is there any black to go with the Curse? I would say not really. You have the Abattoir Goal, and you have two good cards like the Tragic Slip, but black is not very deep at all, and splash at best, so Curse can't be played. Is there any red to go with the Marco Blade Masters? Well, if you want to look at playables, you have the Scourge, you have Night Revelers, you have the Crossway Vampires, the Parrot Wolf, which is very good. The Curse is playable. You have Geist Flame and Fires of Undeath, really. So, red isn't that deep either. You have this Drumkirk Captain if you want to play more vampires, but I don't think you have that in this deck. The green is again very good. You have Monstrosity, Worm, Sleuth is playable, the Garrick Festride Boar, Wild Hunger, which is decent. You have Crushing Winds, that's main deckable. Mare obviously. Some Mana Exploration. And some Bolt Ride, you have the Elk, Pilgrim, and have Caravan Vigil if you want to fix your mana, and a Hamlet Captain, so overall that's pretty good. Artifacts, not really that exciting, except the Jar of Eyeballs, which will be played. Now, I did try two different versions of this deck. I wanted to play the Blade Master to try it out. Let's see if we can find it here. This is Double Strike Vampire. So it adds 2 counters at a time if you hit your opponent. So, if it hits once, it becomes a real problem. And if it hits twice, it's pretty much unstoppable, save a few removal spells. So what I didn't know exactly was how much removal I would need to make 2 of these guys. Amazing. So I tried a green-red splash-black version of this deck, and it looked something like this. It looks fine. I have 3, 4 real removal spells. You have Garak, that's 5. Crushing Vines for sort of 6. And is that enough removal to play the Blade Master? That's the question. And turns out it isn't. Really. But I needed to give that a shot. This is not the final version. I don't think you need this to drop in Torch Fiend. Might as well play a Night Revelers or be a 4/4 haste most of the time in this sealed format, I think. So this is one version of the deck, and then I mean obviously you want to try out the white cards to go with green. You have a mare that pumps humans, and you have Together the Townsfolk. That's already pretty good. Plus you have removal in white. You have basically decent cards. I mean, there's no super power, but overall it's just very good. So I give that a shot as well. And since I wanted to play the green, red, black as my starting version, I mean again to test out the Blade Master, I'd sideboard a bit, differently for different matchups, and these 26 cards are basically the basis for that. Maybe except the Skillful Lunge. I pull a few cards from this to get my final build off the sideboarding, depending on the matchups. And that's just a very good, solid version. So the final deck that I submitted looked like this. I mean, if it weren't for these Blade Masters, I would definitely play the green-white, but as I said, I wanted to try them out. This deck isn't horrible, it has a lot of power in it, and we get to play, 2 different versions of the deck in pretty much every matchup. So that's good for testing purposes, I guess. I don't know. Maybe you should just not try out too much stuff and just play the most solid version, off the bat. But I'm okay with this, and let's see how it played out.